So we're just walking through Arcadia, which is one of the scare zones. Now this is probably one of the first scare zones that you're going to walk through when you come here to Halloween Horror Nights. If you're going straight up to go to like Ghostbusters, it's on the way. Very well lit, a lot of cool stuff here. Not scary, but it's kind of nice, it's cool. You remember the old arcades back in the 80s if you're that old. This will have some nostalgia for you. Fine. What'd you think of that scare zone?
Honest opinion?
Yeah.
Compared to what's been there previously.
Exactly.
My favorite was when they did Masquerade and there were chandeliers there and it looked really good. It's okay. You know, there's no real arcade machines, I get it. There's just people in lights trying to look 80s-ish. There's a lady with a nunchuck. Somebody said, let's find something from the 80s. Nunchucks! And that's it. It's all right.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's nothing special, but there's things in the past that have been really special. Yeah. You know, that's been there, like when Chase was there.
Yes.
You know, I mean, that was awesome. And that was one of my favorite scare zones. And now it's just something to walk through.
I think next year will be their big 30th and everything might be better.
Yeah.
The good thing this year is that Marathon of Mayhem projection show. That's good.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
You just heard Panda's review of that scare zone. And I mean, it's kind of nice. I kind of like the colors. I like the laser with the fog over it. The laser fog was my favorite part, actually. We're at Halloween Horror Nights. It's actually Thursday, the week after opening weekend. And the crowds aren't actually too bad. We've gone through a couple of houses. I'm actually here with a good friend of mine, the Big Fat Panda. And I'll put a link to his channel down below. And we're exploring the scare zones and we're exploring the houses. I've gone through Stranger Things, I've gone through Yeti, and we went through Us. Now, of those houses, the one I thought so far was the scariest was Us. That was actually a really, really good house, scare-wise. The ambiance, how the actors reacted was really good. Yeti was actually beautiful aesthetically. The details, the snow, and the pop-outs were really fantastic. I was actually very impressed with Yeti. With Stranger Things, I need to give you a warning. If you're really sensitive to strobe lights, do not go into that house. That is almost entirely strobe lights. As to how it was compared to the last couple of years that they've done Stranger Things, I kind of felt this one was a little lacking. I didn't feel that it had the ambiance that it did in previous years. It wasn't a bad house, but if you're a massive Stranger Things fan and you liked the houses from before, you might be a little disappointed. The next house we're going to go through is Ghostbusters, and I'll let you know how that one is.
I agree with everything Rob said there, and what's weird to me is he did not see the movie Us. So how he liked it and thought it was scary and the ambiance, I mean, that's great. I just don't know how he got it without seeing the movie. I saw the movie and I get it, but kudos to him for getting that.
Hey, we're about to go into Ghostbusters. I've heard a lot of really good things about this one. I'll let you know in a minute, or 45 minutes, or how long it takes us to get in there and go around. All right, we went through Ghostbusters, and so far, Ghostbusters is my absolute favorite house. It was really cool, better than I anticipated. We're gonna walk through Double Tap, and we're gonna film the zombies here, and so far it looks kind of cool, but you be the judge.
Like that, don't you? Damn, there's more! Little Rock, where are you? Little Rock!
So the Double Tap Scare Zone, it's actually pretty big. It goes along most of the street here and feeds over to the other side. I have zombies all around me, it's awesome. It's okay. I felt that the vampires last year were better. But the zombies are cool. There's a lot going on here. There's definitely parts from the movie that I think you would recognize. Overall, I would say that this is definitely better than the scare zone we had near the front of the park. But so far, this really isn't doing it for me. Not this year. At all, but it's got rockin' music and go-go dancers. Okay, and then several people dressed as Rob Zombie. Overall, it was okay, not scary, but you know, it's very different from other scare zones. We'll lead with that.
That was good. That was really good.
place is fairly packed. The average wait time for most of the haunts here is about 45 to 55 minute wait. It's kind of long for during the week. Now, mind you, this is about 1 week after they've opened, but it's really, really packed here. I would probably say if you're going to come on a Wednesday night, those are usually a great night to come, and the lines are a lot less. But for a Thursday, you're not going to see all the houses. Scare zone was cool, but it wasn't as cool as last year. Last year they had these pumpkins lighting up the trees, and I thought it was really, really cool last year. I mean, having Norse people and some lights in the trees, I don't feel the lights really fit the overall theme. It wasn't a bad scare zone, not scary at all, but it was okay. Really couldn't see any detail. It was all being washed out by fog. The next scare zone we're going to walk through is Vanity Ball. Heard a lot of good things about this. We shall see.
Look around you and find yourself surrounded by the very finest dismember in the world. Featuring an intestinal neckline and full colonoscopy. Here's Honey here.
Now that's the real supermodel. You're doing a great job at work. Working the runway, sweetie. Wonderful. And there's the other one. They should teach. Hello there. Hello. Now you two are the real runway models of the world. Hello. 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 Yes, you're doing a great job, you two. Bravo.
Overall, Vanity Ball was pretty decent. It's basically a runway of bad plastic surgery. So I thought that was kind of an interesting concept. It was pretty well done. Overall, I think that's one of the better scare zones. Definitely would go back and see that. If you come to Halloween Horror Nights, that's definitely a good one to go through and see. So the next house we're gonna go and try out is the Universal Monsters house. Now, I've heard pretty good reviews about this from other individuals saying that overall, it was a really good house. But other people I'm talking to, a lot of them are going, this isn't really what we're expecting compared to what we've had years previously. I'm still having a great time. It's actually a lot of fun to be here. But I'm also, like I stated before, a little let down. And then I'm finding out from other individuals who are visiting that they kind of feel the same way. It's like I stated before, they're not really throwing the budget at this. We'll find out how this next house is and we'll let you know. We went through Universal's Monster House and then we had a game changer. It was getting close to midnight and every other house immediately dropped from like 40 to 45 minutes down to 5 and 10 minutes. and I went through every other house here at the lot. So instead of giving a specific review of every house, let me just tell you the ones that really stood out to me. One of the houses that actually got me to jump a little bit was Depths of Fear. That was actually really neat. That was an underwater house, and I kind of liked it. Many of the other houses, we went to Rob Zombie's house, and that was very much like the the movie. It was okay. Wasn't my favorite house. Overall, I think the Monster House to me was really, really good. That was one of the highlights. So I would say the two houses I probably liked the most was Yeti, because it was just really, really well done. Not so much scary, but well done. And I felt that Monster House was extremely well done. If you're a fan at all of the old-fashioned horror films, Monster House will really stand out to you. The one house that really disappointed me the most was Stranger Things. I really loved the Stranger Things houses in the past, and this one just really felt short to me, and I'm a big fan of the show. But I think the number one house here that I absolutely loved was Ghostbusters. When it comes down to it, you're really going to have to make your own decision. I didn't feel that it was as good as last year, but I still had a really good time. I personally would not buy a frequent Fear Pass, but you might find something here that you really, really enjoy, and it might be worth it for you. So we hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and please remember we offer park shopping on our Patreon page.